Okay, hello guys, welcome to Solar Sprite. Today we have special guest from Taiwan. Welcome, Jonathan. How are you today?
Hey, thank you. I'm doing good. It's almost Chinese New Year, so it's like good holiday vibes.
Yeah, I
How are
also
you?
feel totally New Year atmosphere, and also when I go outside or night, a lot of fireworks. People started already Chinese New Year. Me too.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
What's your plan for New Year when you're starting?
So basically the factories are closed, but Amazon isn't closed. So I'll have 1 or 2 days going back and eat with family or meet with family. And then the rest of the day, like rest of the holiday is work managing Amazon account, it's 24/7.
Yes, yeah. Meanwhile, guys, Jonathan is co-founder and the CEO of AZ Helper. We are gonna dive into what AZ Helper do and what kind of. Probably this podcast could be the most watched podcast. Majority of the Western seller looking for Chinese seller new tactics, maybe black hats or in 2025 what they expect and how we can go forward on the Amazon. Today we are gonna ask some questions or maybe secret questions to Jonathan about some new methods. In the beginning, could you just mention about what the AZ Helper does for Amazon seller and give a little bit background of you?
Okay, so let's start with me. I started in 2017 as a employee working as a Amazon account specialist. So I started from nothing. I didn't know anything about Amazon. So then I worked in multiple companies from 2017 and then moved to another company and then keep moving. So after 5, 6 years in as a e-commerce specialist, account manager, and then I went up to product label director, and I was like, okay, I finally saved up a little money, and I can finally become a seller myself. So then in 2022, I started my own seller account, and then that's how we went. And then in between, in consequently, I also started AC Helper because there were some issues with brand registry during that time. So what was brand registry issues was that lots of sellers globally, including China and Taiwan, there were a lot of brand registry that keeps getting rejected because of misuse of lawyers. So the lawyers in that Chinese service providers, Taiwan service providers, even US law firms use is not legitimate. And then Amazon found out and was like, okay, I have a list of lawyers and they are in the blacklist. No
Oh,
matter how you appeal with Amazon that it is a certified lawyer, it doesn't work. Amazon says no, it's no. They won't let you approve. So then China quickly found a local Amazon China team. They really quickly found solutions. And here in Taiwan, they want to find local solutions to solve this issue. And then they asked everywhere. They asked all of the service providers, even the law firms here in Taiwan. And eventually, I don't know how, they found me. So then I was like, they say, hey, can you solve this issue? And then I was like, yeah, I'll talk with my lawyer in the US. And then my lawyer said, yes, he can do it. And then I was like, so, hey, man, Elias, can you help me? Like, can you help me out? Like my lawyer. And then he's like, I want to help Taiwan sellers overcome this barrier. And then he said, no problem. Like he got my back. He has my back. So I'm super, super thankful. And that's how we became a service provider in trademarks, brand registry and IP protection, hijacking. If someone hijack your listing, we also do that. And then because of that, within 2 years, we became we got the award from Amazon, which was Taiwan Seller Coach. This year, we're also Amazon Taiwan Seller Coach for the second year. Now, we also did get another award which was called Best Rising Star Service Provider. So, and then the other best award that we got was we are enrolled in Global SPN. So it's Amazon's Global SPN. And we're the 5th company here in Taiwan. We're the smallest and quickest company to get this award, you know? And then after that, within 2 years, we have over 700 companies filed a trademark with us, just 2 years. And our market share in Taiwan is 12.5%. We're not a law firm, and we have 12.5% of US trademarks of Taiwan companies.
It's
It's like,
big.
it's 12.5%. It's like, damn, it was like 1%. That's already good, right? As a newcomer. But then it's 12.5%. I was like very shocked. And then because of the company size and the brand size that we have, and we're a helper of these sellers, they will come to us and it's like, hey, Jonathan, I have listing issues, I have account issues, I have PPC issues or account management issues. Can you help me out? So then we also increase our services that we have, not just trademark filing, brand registry. We then help with listing, optimization, market research, account management, PPC management, and even free audits. It's like man, like it keeps coming and coming, and then people needed us, and we can deliver. And so that's how AZ Helper is Amazon's sellers helper. That's why we call it AZ Helper.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You have a lot of clients. Meanwhile, how many accounts do you manage nowadays?
So because we're hand limited, like we also rejected a lot. So currently we are managing 3 full account managements and 5 PPC management. So total, if you combine it will be 8. 8 plus the accounts that we have ourselves. So that would be 10. So it's loading is a lot, and we're trying to find new hires.
I have also Amazon accounts, and I'm similar situation with you, like helping other sellers, factories to sell their product on Amazon. The most difficult part for me is hiring someone. Okay, I find someone, we start working, maybe we work 1 month or 2 months, and I see, no, this is way much more less what I expected. It's really the most difficult. Maybe I didn't have a lot of team working, team structure, or maybe I didn't get used to working with many people. That's most difficult part for me. Just when you structure your team, you give one account to one guy as an account manager, or you split, for example, one guy checking out the PPC for different accounts, all the accounts. How do you structure your team? Interesting for me too.
So basically, because we only have 3 people in the company, so it's like everyone has their own part, and basically most of the work would be on me and my PPC manager, and then we oversee all of it, all of the 8 accounts,
Mhm.
which
Good.
is not healthy, which is not healthy at all. It's not healthy. Basically, even if you're experienced, I would say 1 to 7 or 8 accounts is already max. But to be ideal optimal, I would say 1 to 5. Like 1 employee, 5 accounts would be the most optimal, and you can have enough time for each account. including PPC, including account management. Because account management basically, if it's already all set up, you just need to maintain it and optimize it, tweak it a little once every a few weeks. That's it. And basically all of the work is reorder and PPC management if it's all doing all well. Yeah. That's my
Okay.
take. I don't know what's your intake on that?
Still, I am trying different ways to figure out. I don't have good experience with the team, and nowadays I have same problem again. Let's go to 2025. Before our podcast, we speak a little bit again. What's your expectation for 2025 as a Chinese seller? Trump is coming tomorrow, maybe today. It's
Oh
two.
yeah. Yeah. He's gonna be inaugurated, yeah. So and he even launched his own Trump coin, you know? And then the first lady also just launched her Malena coin, I think. Also the first lady. I was like, what? It's crazy.
Vibes coin.
Yeah. Well, it's just funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back, 2025, what to expect for even Chinese sellers or all of the sellers in doing Amazon? I would say if you're in doing business in U.S. marketplace, I would say it's going to be more competitive every single year. It is what it is. It's a growing market. U.S. is the biggest market, and Trump, if you add that into equation, especially for new sellers that didn't go through Trump when he was in presidency, he raised the tax on Chinese imports, and even raised even more. For example, I was in a company that did automotive parts that did 22 million a year in revenue on Amazon and eBay. We had this 25% tax extra, yeah, for automotive parts. And I was like, man, like we have to deal with it. And that 25%, we cannot just eat it, right? Or shoulder it. We have to reflect it to the customer. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that that is what we did. And even our competitors also raised their prices so that they can make profit. So everything went up. And as for now, 2025, even before when he was elected to be president, he did say ridiculous things such as 100 to 200% import tax extra. I was like, I mean, that is how he negotiates with China, or how he wants to negotiate with China. It's going to come down. And when it does come down from 100 maybe to 30% or 20%, everyone is already expecting it's going to go up, or it's going to have tax. So then it's when. That's the point. When is going to add it, and all of the inventory before that you already purchased, already imported to the US, eventually you're going to have the new tax cost that is going to be implemented in your product cost, and then you're going to implement it to the consumers. So then it's within 1 or 2 years, everyone's prices is going to be on the same level or close to the same level, depending on your purchasing order, negotiation with the manufacturer and freight forwarders. But eventually everyone's price is going to go up. It might not go up right now, or it might not go up in a few months, and your prices are very high because of that. But it's eventually it's going to flatten out, and everyone's on the same playing field, and it's competitive. Like, Amazon or e-commerce space is always competitive. Everyone's going to come in, and those that don't survive will die out. That's the hard truth.
Yeah, that's kind of nature of business nowadays. If you cannot compete, you are gonna die out. For Trump, I recently heard that cannot directly impose the tax like 60% or whatever the percent. He says we are gonna add constantly, like maybe first month 2%, next month 3%, and next following month 5%, etc., etc., something like that. Not directly adding 60% tax, because in USA nowadays economy is also very fragile. They are trying to decrease down inflation, and it's kind of balanced now. If the Trump impose the tax, the 60% or whatever the percent, it immediately reflects the customer, because I have majority of the accounts we have 10-15% or maximum 20% profit. If Trump put like 50% tax, immediately we are not profitable. I need to increase the price. It also reflects the customers in USA to product prices expensive, and then we cannot sell to be profitable. Just I wanted to add that. Okay, from the Amazon perspective, which categories are you in, and what if you should choose one category, do you have favorite category, or maybe easy, or in 2025 you would go for that category? Is there something like that?
So currently, because I'm using all my own money to buy products, so I want to do automotive parts because my previous company is super successful in automotive parts. It's not as competitive, but it has asset constraints. You need to ship by containers. You need 3PL warehouses in West Coast and East Coast. But as for now, I'm still trying to save up. So I'm in the category of home and kitchen and also tools and home improvement, and finding those niche products that isn't too competitive and there's still good profit margin, at least 10 to 15%. Even the highest was like 35% in that range. If it's lower than 10%, we don't even consider, because we're going to expect Amazon fees going to go higher, PPC cost is going to go higher, cost of acquisition, and even probably I would say the tax is also going to be higher. So we can't do 10% or lower. It's not possible. So in the future, for this year, we're still going to be in home and kitchen, and also tools and home improvement. And in a few years, once we do reach 7 to 8 figure revenue, then we will consider doing automotive parts, because that's even a bigger market for us.
Actually, in 2021, 2022, even 23, we also did some automotive products, like especially EV parts. We did like EV charging, probably CCS charging, portable EV charger. Still, that market is good, but yeah, you should deal with those kind of product a lot. For example, we sold the Tesla accessories. Then, when you have the taking photo or video, you need to go to find Tesla, especially Model Y, going to inside, shooting video. If you live in Taiwan or China, it would be much more easier. Back to that time I was in Turkey, it was very difficult to manage this kind of, every time what we need to rent the Tesla. Or I have a friend, he used to go to Tesla shop and they take its photo in Tesla shop. It's kind of,
That's
but
right.
uh, I also like that automotive category. It's there are too many products, and one it should be referral fee is 10% or something there. Is correct.
12%.
12%.
12%. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's pretty good.
Yes, that factor is good. Let's go for ranking. Um, Before I talk with different the people for ranking, what's the current method to ranking in China? Lower the price or this coupon? Is giveaway still available in China? People use or what's the current launching method?
Um, Before Cosmos, Cosmos, everyone is doing the what's that called? The spiral effect, I guess. In English, I think it's called spiral effect. So you go launch it in the lowest price as possible, and then, for example, $6.99, and then you slowly move up to $7.99, add $1 each time every single week, and that's how you get the spiral effect. You go up and up, and then that was one of the ways that they did it. We kind of don't really do that. It's kind of like it's breaking the market too hard. It's breaking the
Yeah,
market too hard. But a lot of coaches, a lot of teachers in this space do teach this one, especially. Um, they it you sell at the lowest price, you'll get a lot of organic even with a little PPC because you're at the lowest price. And then once you have lowest price and you have a lot of orders, and then you go up, you add $1 more. It doesn't really affect your conversion rate because your price is still the lowest. You just added only $1, and then to 8.99, 9.99, 11.99, it's still the same. So it's like that's one way. So the other way is like you just don't really care about that. You just focus on the product itself. It has to be 100% good or at least 80% good. And you focus on the product. Your your price isn't too high. It's like within the competitive range. It's not over the average price of like 10%, right? It's still competitive, and blast the ads, no giveaways, just blast ads and also enroll in Vine. That's one way. Another tactic that they did, but it was banned last year, was Vine has this $0 enrollment and two Vine free giveaway, right? The $2 two product one. So a lot of I would say this kind of like a gray area black hat tactic that I would not recommend. So they did hundreds of listings and each shipped 2 units each and all enroll in Vine. So then they would get 200, like they would have 200 to 400 reviews and combine it into one. But then what did happen was Amazon found out that people are manipulating, misusing this and their account got blocked and it cannot be reactivated because they did it on purpose. They misused it. And Amazon, if it was the $200 one, maybe it was okay. But if it's the $0 Vine enrollment, then it's not good. But there is a few instances that people did do the $200 and their account got deactivated, but it was reactivated after appeal, after you write a plan of action and multiple calls with Amazon account health specialists. But it's still a risk. So I wouldn't recommend doing that way. There's a lot of black hat tactics that Chinese sellers use because they have multiple accounts, so they don't really care. They just want to test it out.
yeah. You can say here, no worry. No one is watching still.
Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend doing any of those. Just straight up, if you want to do the price, like the price spiral effect, that is still workable. That it doesn't violate any rules. It doesn't violate any Amazon's TOS. So it's good. You still can do that. The other way that would help rank would then be you find a product that you really want to sell and it's not too competitive. It's easier to rank in those categories if it's not too competitive. Not like what I mean is at least 50 competitors and less would be just the sweet spot. But if it's only have like 1 to 5 competitors, don't go into it because there's a highly chance that there is a patent. There's a possibility that there is a patent. Don't go into competitors that there's only like less than 5. But if there's like 50 and less, then and there's like probably the total market is like 1,200 units per month, and everyone has like maybe 50 to 100. The top seller maybe 200 to 500 units per month. I would say that's a sweet spot that you can go in. Easier to rank, and you don't have to be the lowest price. You can be $1 lower or 50 cents lower, and you will still have a good standing and market share of that small pie. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I see some sellers doing a ranking for huge coupon, like they plan to sell finally that product with $50 or $49. They're putting 40% coupon or 50% coupon the first week to increase the. It's definitely helping to CVR. The people like clicking this high coupon product, and then ultimately, if you have very good listing, good images, perfect A plus, blah blah, you have chance to converting finally and bringing traffic and converting to order. It also helps to ranking. And for ranking, you are gonna start ranking. What kind of PPC do you use normally, and what's your advice?
Okay. So basically, we do manual only. But we will for this year because we have been reading a lot for Cosmos and also seeing that there's Rufus AI. We will start also doing automatic campaigns. But as for now, we are doing all manual. So SP targeting of keywords and product targeting. For keyword research, we use Seller Sprite to to get the keywords of the competitors, right? So, but we'll look through all of the keywords one by one, and then split it by the volume of the search volume. So what we meant is that if there's a group of keywords that is each 1,000 search volume per month, we'll group them together. We would not group them with 10,000 search volume with a 1,000 search volume. We would not do that. We will separate it in different campaigns and use exact targeting. The reason why we don't want to put them together is that 10,000 search volume will take a lot of the budget from the $1,000 search volume keywords, and I would not be able to test how good it is going to perform for the 1,000. Right? If I did it with a low search volume, it's not going to get any impressions at all, and it will just sit flat. Same with competitors. I will then use brand names by competitors for each campaign name. So then from the campaign level, I would know, okay, I got 10 orders from this campaign. From this brand. I got
Right.
5 orders from this brand. I stole it. I got the orders from them. So it's like I can then scan it in the campaign level if this is good or not. And then if I want to do deeper analytics and optimizations, I'll then go in or download the search term report. That's for SP campaigns. The other campaigns that we will do is SD, and we'll only do SD product targeting. The other thing that we will also consider doing in the future, I mean this year, would be SD audience targeting. and also segmentation targeting for those that bought 7 days, 30 days, or looked at our products look-alike. Because during this Cosmos algorithm from A9 to Cosmos, it's going to be in this segmentation of the audience, and we would want to index our products with those tags, and so that we can rank even higher for those the products that we sell. So starting off, we will do SP and SD all together. In the future, we will add SD audience targeting and also auto campaigns into our budget.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Maybe next podcast we would ask its result, how it's going, or one or two more questions. For your perspective, you have seen many Amazon accounts. What's good tacos? How do you expect, for example, my tacos is 20% or 10%, whatever number, and also what the percentage of total sales come from advertising and what percentage organic? How do you think about these numbers?
So it all depends on the product life cycle. If it's starting out new, tacos for sure it's going to be higher than expected. For example, it might be 50 or 60% of the revenue. But once it does like maybe 30 to 50 reviews, when it gets that after Vine, the tacos is going to gradually, probably in our case, it would most likely is going to be cut in half. So we're going to expect about 30% tacos. And once we do rank even higher and even better, then we'll slowly get down to our optimal price of 15% tacos or even 10% tacos. That's our ideal. And that same with our clients. We want them to be in 10 to 15% tacos overall. Because if you just look at ACoS, it's going to be very high. And if you just like, you need to also consider tacos, not just ACoS. And because in the early stages, most of the product orders, it's going to come from Amazon ads. And it's not very healthy if you just keep looking at ACoS. You need to look at the tacos, the total advertising spend, you know. And right now, most of our clients, they're still in the starting range. So the total ACoS, there's 50%. There's even better, that is tacos is 25% and even 20%. The best performing one is tacos like close to 5%. I was like, wow, that's very good. So it all depends on the product life cycle and how competitive that niche is. So it's a big range, but if the client is still within the profit margin, everyone is happy. If it's not, then we'll try and also talk to them like, hey, we're getting closer. You can see it month by month. We're getting closer to our target tacos, and once we do that, you will then start become profitable, and then we'll try. That's how we keep trying to tell our clients, even new sellers also.
Yeah, in the account level, tacos is much more important because, of course, you can decrease your ACoS. It's no problem. You cut out some the not performing keywords or lower your bid or cut your campaign budget. It's going down, but ultimately it also affects your organic sales, organic ranking, immediately affecting. So tacos is kind of account level, so we can manage it. We can understand. Okay, maybe our ACoS is higher, but we also get some organic sales. That organic sales make a balance, and our tacos is going down. Jonathan also said the most important thing is that in the right track. It's going down every month. We are tracking. Yeah, we are going to our target the place or the number. Then you are on the right place. Sometimes we speak with some clients and they also say, oh, ACOS is very high. They don't want to spend money. But actually, if you want to get organic sales, the firstly you need to spend money to Amazon ads, and ultimately it helps you to rank organically, then you can get the organic sales. Okay, Jonathan, thank you for today. At the end, do you have anything to add, or we are gonna put the links of Jonathan Facebook group, also website on the description. They have a lot of maybe secret services, guys. If you would like to get any help, you can reach out to them, email, Facebook, or how you what you would like to say at the end, how the people can find you.
Oh, let me share my screen.
Sure,
There's
sure.
a QR code for them to look at. So we have this other Amazon seller group that you can scan, and we will that is for our global English sellers. And we also have Chinese seller group. If you want to also be in it, if you're a Chinese seller, you're welcome to join in. So yeah, and
Yeah, I think I am in Chinese seller group. So this
yeah, you're in the Chinese you're in the Chinese seller group. Yeah.
yeah, this one, the guys, we are gonna put this Facebook group links in the description of the video, and also maybe Chinese sellers group if you would like to see what the Chinese seller talking, what the Jonathan's shares about some secrets. You can join the group. Okay, thank you for today. Happy New Year, happy holiday, and hope you crash 7-8 figure.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
Thank
Happy New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year.